What if I told you that the biggest enemy you'll ever face doesn't hate you? It doesn't live in another country. It doesn't work against you. It doesn't even know your name. It wakes up every morning when you wake up. It speaks with your voice. It wears your face. And every single day it tries to convince you to settle for less than you're capable of. Most people spend their entire lives fighting the wrong battles. They blame their parents. They blame society. They blame money. They blame bad luck. They blame people who doubted them. But the truth is much harder to accept. Your greatest obstacle has never been the world. It's a version of yourself that keeps choosing comfort over growth. The real battle is not around you. It's within you. And until you win that battle, nothing outside will ever truly change. Think about it. How many dreams have you buried because you convinced yourself you weren't good enough? How many opportunities did you ignore because fear whispered that you might fail? How many mornings did you promise yourself that today would be different, only to hit the snooze button, only to scroll for another hour, only to tell yourself you'll start tomorrow? Tomorrow, the most dangerous word in the world. Because tomorrow has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. Success isn't destroyed by failure. It's destroyed by delay. Every day you postpone becoming the person you know you should be, you're making a silent decision. You're choosing comfort over purpose. And every choice shapes your future. The truth is painful. Nobody is coming to save you. There is no perfect moment. There is no magical opportunity waiting around the corner. There is no secret shortcut that only successful people know. The people you admire simply decided that excuses would no longer control their lives. While everyone else waited for motivation, they built discipline. While everyone else complained, they worked. While everyone else slept, they prepared. That's why they stand where they are today. Not because they were lucky, but because they won the battle that most people refuse to fight. The battle against laziness. The battle against fear. The battle against self-doubt. The battle against procrastination. The battle against a voice inside that says, it's too hard. Here's something you need to hear. Your mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. It wants safety. It wants familiarity. It wants the easiest path possible. But growth has never lived inside comfort. Every dream demands pain before it gives you rewards. Every goal asks for sacrifice before it offers success. Every victory begins with a decision that most people are too afraid to make. If you're waiting until the work feels easy, you'll be waiting forever. The strongest people aren't the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who keep moving while fear is screaming in their ears. The real battle begins the moment you stop making excuses. Because from that moment on, every decision becomes your responsibility. And responsibility is heavy, but it's also powerful. Because the moment you stop blaming the world, you finally gain the power to change your life. Let me ask you something that most people avoid asking themselves. Who are you when nobody is watching? Not when you're posting online. Not when you're trying to impress people. Not when you're surrounded by friends. Who are you when it's just you and your thoughts? Because that's where the real battle begins. Character is built in private, not in public. The world only sees the results. It never sees the thousands of moments where you had to choose between discipline and comfort. Every morning your alarm rings. You have two voices fighting inside your head. One says, get up, your future is waiting. The other says, 5 more minutes won't hurt. The scary part is that those 5 minutes aren't just 5 minutes. They're a habit, and habits become your identity. The person you become tomorrow is being created by the choices you make today. Not the big choices, the small ones. The decision to train when you're tired. The decision to study when everyone else is wasting time. The decision to keep going after failing again and again. These moments don't feel life-changing when they happen. But years later, they become the reason one person succeeds while another spends their life wondering what could have been. People love to say they want success, but very few people actually want a lifestyle that success demands. They want the reward, not the sacrifice. They want the trophy, not the training. They want respect without earning it. Life doesn't work like that. You cannot negotiate with reality. Reality doesn't care how badly you want something. It only responds to what you're willing to do for it. Read that again in your mind. The universe doesn't hand out rewards for potential. It rewards action. You can have the greatest ideas in the world. You can have incredible talent. You can have dreams that can inspire millions. But if you don't act, none of it matters. Potential without action is nothing more than wasted ability. And wasted ability is one of the greatest tragedies in life. Imagine reaching the end of your life and meeting the person you could have become. The stronger version of you, the disciplined version of you, the fearless version of you, the version who never quit, the version who refused excuses. Would that person recognize you? Or would they ask why you traded your purpose for temporary comfort? That question should shake you, because every single day you're either becoming that person or moving further away from them. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll wake up excited. Most days you won't. The people who change their lives don't depend on motivation. They depend on standards. They tell themselves, I don't work because I feel like it. I work because that's who I am. That mindset changes everything. Your emotions will lie to you. They'll tell you you're too tired, too stressed, too old, too young, too late, too inexperienced. But discipline speaks a different language. It says, I don't care how I feel. I gave my word, and I'm going to keep it. That's the voice you must strengthen, because every time you listen to discipline instead of excuses, you win another battle inside yourself. And every battle you win within makes every battle outside a little easier. There comes a moment in every person's life when excuses stop working, not because they disappear, but because deep inside you know they're lies. You tell yourself you're waiting for the right time, but you've been waiting for years. You tell yourself you're not ready, but readiness doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. You tell yourself you're afraid of failing, but look around. What is playing it safe really giving you? Has it built the life you dream about? Has it made you stronger? Has it brought you peace? Or has it only made you comfortable enough to stay exactly where you are? Comfort is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. Every great athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every respected leader, every person who built an extraordinary life had one thing in common. They chose temporary pain over permanent regret. They understood that suffering is not optional. You either suffer from discipline or you suffer from regret. One hurts now, the other hurts for a lifetime. Choose wisely. Stop treating your dreams like hobbies. A hobby is something you do when you have free time. A purpose is something you make time for. There's a huge difference. If your goals only matter when you're motivated, then they don't matter enough. Real commitment begins when motivation disappears. That's where champions are created. Not on the days when everything feels easy, but on the days when every part of them wants to quit. Listen carefully. The strongest version of you is not hiding somewhere far away. That version already exists inside you, but it's buried under excuses, buried under fear, buried under distractions, buried under endless scrolling, buried under the habit of choosing what's easy instead of what's necessary. Every difficult decision you make removes another layer. Every early morning, every extra hour of practice, every workout you didn't skip, every book you finished, every promise you kept to yourself. You're uncovering the person you were always capable of becoming. People think confidence comes before action. They're wrong. Confidence comes after you've kept enough promises to yourself. Every time you quit, you teach your mind that your own word means nothing. Every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you can be trusted. And once you trust yourself, the opinions of other people lose their power. You stop needing applause. You stop fearing criticism, because your self-respect becomes louder than anyone else's opinion. That's real freedom. Not having an easy life, but having a mind that refuses to surrender. Remember this. The battle within never completely disappears. Even successful people fight it. They still hear the voice that says, take the easy way, skip today's work. You deserve a break. The difference is they no longer obey that voice. They hear it, then they keep moving anyway. That's what you must learn. Not how to silence the voice, but how to stop letting it control your decisions. Because the moment you stop obeying your excuses, you stop being a prisoner of your own mind. And that's the day your life truly begins. Every single day, whether you realize it or not, you are casting a vote, not in an election, not for someone else. You are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Every decision matters. Every action counts. Every excuse has a cost. Every promise you keep builds your future. And every promise you break slowly destroys your confidence. Most people think their future will be decided by one big opportunity, one lucky break, one perfect moment. They're wrong. Your future is built in the ordinary moments that nobody pays attention to. It's built when your alarm goes off and you have a choice. Get up or stay in bed. Train or make another excuse. Study or waste another hour. Build your dream or build another day of regret. Those moments seem small, but they are never small. Small choices repeated every day become your identity. Your identity becomes your habits. Your habits become your future. That's why your future isn't waiting for you. You're creating it right now. Look at your daily routine. Be brutally honest. Not who you want to be. Not who you pretend to be online. Who are you when nobody is watching? Because that's the person your future is being built around. If your routine is full of excuses, distractions, and comfort, then don't expect a life built on discipline, achievement, and greatness. Life doesn't reward wishes. It rewards repeated action. People spend years talking about changing their lives. They watch motivational videos. They read inspiring quotes. They make plans. They buy notebooks. They set goals. But when it's finally time to do the work, they disappear. They wait for motivation. They wait until they feel confident. They wait until life becomes easier. And while they're waiting, someone else is working. Someone else is improving. Someone else is becoming stronger. The gap between winners and everyone else isn't talent. It isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. It's consistency. The willingness to keep showing up long after the excitement is gone. Because the truth is, success is boring. It's doing the same important things over and over again. It's waking up early when nobody is forcing you. It's practicing when nobody is clapping. It's studying when your friends are wasting hours doing nothing. It's choosing discipline when comfort is begging you to quit. Those moments don't make headlines. Nobody celebrates them. Nobody gives you a trophy for showing up today. But one day, people will celebrate the results those quiet days created. Everyone wants extraordinary results. Very few are willing to live an extraordinary lifestyle. People want confidence without doing difficult things. They want respect without earning it. They want success without sacrifice. They want the finish line without running the race. Life has never worked that way, and it never will. You don't become stronger by avoiding resistance. You become stronger because of it. Think about a muscle. If it never faces resistance, it never grows. Your mind works exactly the same way. Every challenge is building you. Every setback is teaching you. Every difficult day is asking one question. Will you quit or will you grow? That question decides your future, not your circumstances, not your background, not your age, not your past. Your response, that's what matters. Stop comparing your life to people on social media. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You have no idea what they sacrificed. You have no idea how many times they failed. You have no idea how many lonely mornings they survived. Comparison steals your focus. And whatever steals your focus steals your future. The only person you need to be is the version of yourself from yesterday. Did you become more disciplined today? Did you become mentally stronger today? Did you learn something new today? Did you keep the promises you made to yourself today? If the answer is yes, then you're moving forward, even if nobody else notices. Never underestimate invisible progress. A seed spends a long time growing beneath the ground before anyone ever sees a tree. Does that mean nothing is happening? Of course not. The roots are growing. They're becoming strong enough to support something incredible. Your life works the same way. The work you're doing today may feel invisible. The discipline you're building may go unnoticed. The sacrifices you're making may seem pointless, but they're building roots. And strong roots create unshakable people. One day, people will see your success. They'll see your confidence. They'll see your discipline. They'll admire your achievements. They'll call you talented. They'll call you lucky. What they won't see are the thousands of battles you fought when nobody was watching. They won't see the mornings you want to quit, but kept going. They won't see the nights you stayed focused while everyone else was distracted. They won't see the moments you chose growth over comfort, purpose over pleasure, and discipline over excuses. But you will remember, because those private victories became your public success. So stop looking for quick results. Stop asking why it isn't happening fast enough. Stop expecting greatness while living an average routine. The battle inside you is one decision at a time. One disciplined morning. One honest effort. One extra repetition. One more page. One more hour. One more promise kept. That's how champions are built. Not in one incredible moment, but in thousands of ordinary moments where they refuse to surrender to the weaker version of themselves. And every time you choose discipline over excuses, you don't just win the day, you win another battle within yourself. And the person who wins that battle often enough becomes unstoppable. There will come a day when life punches you in the face. Not once, again, and again, and again. You will lose. You will fail. People you trusted will leave. Plans you've worked on for years may fall apart. You'll question yourself. You'll question your purpose. You'll wonder if all the sacrifice was even worth it. That is the moment that reveals who you really are. Because anyone can stay committed when life is easy. Anyone can smile when they're winning. Anyone can talk about discipline when everything is going their way. But what happens when nothing goes your way? What happens when you give everything you have and still come up short? Do you quit? Or do you become the kind of person failure cannot break? Understand this. Failure is not your enemy. Comfort is. Failure teaches. Comfort weakens. Failure forces you to grow. Comfort convinces you that where you are is good enough. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than most people have even tried. The difference is they didn't build their identity around losing. They built it around getting back up. That's what resilience is. Not avoiding pain. Not pretending you're never hurt. Resilience is standing back up when every part of your mind is telling you to stay down. The world will always test your commitment. It has to, because if your dream can be destroyed by one bad day, then your dream was never strong enough. A dream that changes your life must first change you. It must demand your patience, your discipline, your consistency, your courage, your willingness to keep moving when the finish line is nowhere in sight. Stop asking why the journey is so difficult. Ask yourself a better question. Who is this struggle trying to turn me into? Because every challenge is shaping you. Every setback is sharpening you. Every obstacle is exposing the parts of you that still need to become stronger. Pressure is not there to destroy you. Pressure reveals you. When life squeezes you, whatever is inside you comes out. If you have built discipline, discipline will come out. If you have built courage, courage will come out. If you have built excuses, excuses will come out. That's why your preparation matters more than your circumstances. Don't wait until life becomes hard to start building mental strength. Build it now. On the days when you don't feel like working. On the days when nobody is watching. On the days when skipping the work would be easy. Those are the days that prepare you for storms ahead. The truth is, your mind will try to negotiate with you. It will say, you've done enough. You deserve a break. Start again next week. Missing one day won't matter. Be careful, because your mind doesn't destroy your future all at once. It does it one excuse at a time. One missed workout. One delayed goal. One broken promise. One comfortable decision repeated over and over until it becomes your identity. Fight those moments, not because they're easy, because they're important. Every time you refuse to surrender to your excuses, you become a little stronger. Every time you choose action over comfort, your confidence grows. Not because someone praised you, but because you prove to yourself that your word means something. And there is no greater source of confidence than self-respect. Never become addicted to easy victories. Choose challenges that scare you. Choose goals that force you to grow. Choose work that demands your best. Because every level of your life requires a stronger version of you. The person you are today cannot build the future you dream about. That future belongs to the person you are willing to become. So become them. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not when everything feels perfect. Today, right now, the battle inside you is happening in this very moment. One voice is asking you to stay where you are. The other is demanding that you rise. Only one of those voices deserves your attention. The one that asks more from you. The one that refuses to let you waste your potential. The one that reminds you that your life was never meant to be ordinary. Because at the end of the day, nobody is coming to fight this battle for you. Nobody can build your discipline. Nobody can create your future. Nobody can carry your dreams. That responsibility belongs to you. It's heavy, but it's also the greatest gift you'll ever receive. Because the day you stop waiting for someone else to change your life is the day you finally become unstoppable. One day, this life will ask you a question, not with words, with time. It will ask, what did you do with the life you were given? And on that day, your excuses won't answer. Your fears won't answer. Your doubts won't answer. Only your actions will. The truth is, every sunrise gives you an opportunity that millions of people never get back. Another chance to become stronger. Another chance to become wiser. Another chance to prove to yourself that you are more powerful than the voice that keeps telling you to settle. Don't waste that chance. You have already wasted enough days, enough weeks, enough months, enough opportunities. Stop mourning the time you've lost. Start respecting the time you still have, because your future doesn't care who you used to be. It only cares about who you decide to become from this moment forward. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. One version of you kept making excuses, kept choosing comfort, kept waiting for motivation, kept saying, I'll start tomorrow. That version is still living with regret, still wondering what could have been, still blaming the world. Now imagine another version, the one who decided that today was the last day they would betray their own potential, the one who kept showing up when nobody believed in them, the one who stayed disciplined when life became difficult, the one who refused to let failure have the final word. That person isn't special. They simply won the battle within. The difference between those two lives isn't talent. It isn't money. It isn't luck. It's a decision. One decision repeated every single day until it became a way of life. Remember this. The strongest people are not those who never get tired. They get tired. They feel fear. They feel doubt. They feel pain. But they refuse to let those feelings become their identity. They remind themselves that feelings are temporary. Character is permanent. You are stronger than your comfort. You are stronger than your fear. You are stronger than your excuses. But only if you choose to prove it. Not by talking, not by posting, not by making promises. By doing the work, silently, consistently, relentlessly. The battle within will never completely disappear. There will always be another excuse, another distraction, another reason to quit. But there will also always be another opportunity to become stronger. Every morning, you get to decide which voice wins. The voice that wants an easy life, or the voice that wants a meaningful one. Choose carefully, because every choice becomes a habit. Every habit becomes your character, and your character becomes your destiny. Years from now, people may look at your success and think it happened overnight. Let them think that. You will know the truth. You'll remember the mornings when getting out of bed felt impossible. You'll remember the nights when nobody believed in you except yourself. You'll remember the failures that almost broke you. You'll remember the sacrifices that nobody applauded. You'll remember every battle you fought inside your own mind. And you'll smile, not because the journey was easy, but because you refused to surrender. So from this moment on, make yourself a promise. No more waiting. No more hiding behind excuses. No more pretending that tomorrow is guaranteed. Wake up with purpose. Work with discipline. Learn with humility. Face discomfort without running from it. Become the kind of person your younger self will be proud of. And become the kind of person your future self will thank you for. Because at the end of your life, you won't be remembered for the excuses you made. You'll be remembered for the courage you showed, the discipline you lived by, the lives you inspired, and the battles you won when no one else was watching. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, and if you're committed to winning the battle within, I'd love for you to be part of this community. Consider subscribing if you want more videos that challenge you to grow, not just feel motivated for a few minutes. If this video gave you even one thought that changed the way you see yourself, leave a like so it can reach someone else who needs to hear it today. And I want to hear from you. Leave a comment and tell me this. What is the biggest battle you're fighting within yourself? And what decision are you making today to overcome it? Your story might be the reason someone else refuses to give up. If you know someone who needs this message, share this video with them. Sometimes one conversation, one message, or one moment of truth can completely change the direction of a person's life. Until next time, remember this. The greatest victory you'll ever achieve isn't over another person. It isn't over your competition. It isn't over the world. The greatest victory is waking up every day and defeating the weaker version of yourself. Win that battle. Keep winning it. And there will be nothing this world can do to stop the person you become.